Hello everybody! In today's video, I'm going to show you how Gravity Forms and Simply Schedule Appointments can come together and make some really cool booking forms. So, to start off, I'm going to show you one of the examples I have. I've made a little mock-up website for a hair salon, and here I've created a booking form. So this is made with Gravity Forms, and we're going to use Simply Schedule Appointments to have customers choose a time and date for the haircut or color change. So let me fill this out really quick, and you'll see how this can work. Gravity Forms does a couple different things that SSA can't do on its own. For example, multi-page forms, conditional logic. So for example, we have women's haircut, men's haircut, and I want to show different options depending on whether a customer chooses a woman's haircut or a men's haircut. So we're able to show different content, different fields, depending on what the customer chooses. So that's what conditional logic is. In this case, I'm going to choose women's haircut, and then I'm going to choose long hairstyle. The other cool thing about using conditional logic is that I can tie different prices to each service here. So I can charge a different price depending on whether somebody chooses short, long, or medium hairstyles. Let's go to the next page, and this is where my appointment selection screen is. So as you can see, based on the options that I chose in the screen before, I'm now seeing women's haircut, long. So I can make a specific booking calendar appear depending on which selection the customer has made in the screens before, or like in the fields before. So Simply Schedule Appointments can be displayed as a monthly view like this right here. We can also do a weekly view. So let me choose the day and then a time, and then we'll have a confirmation little snippet right here, and then the customer can also choose a separate time as well if they change their mind. And go next. And lastly, like I said earlier, we can have a varying prices depending on what the customer chose. In this case, it totaled up to $80, so I can have a running total with Gravity Forms. And the other cool thing about using Gravity Forms is that you can have coupons. So I have a coupon for half off. Now my hair appointment is only $40, and I'm not going to submit it here just because I think this is live. But if I submit it here, the customer will have officially made an appointment with your business. So I'm going to show you what a booked appointment looks like in the back end. If you go to SSA's plugin page, the appointments page, we have all of our appointments. And from this plugin page, you'll also be managing the booking calendars. So a booking calendar in our plugin is pretty much represented with an appointment type. So each one of these is a booking calendar, and each one of these I had to embed into my form to tie with the conditional logic. And let's just click one of these. This pretty much holds all the rules that you want to apply to your booking calendar to make sure it matches up with your schedule. Other cool things are like Google Calendar sync. We also have MailChimp integration and web meetings. We can control the capacity if you want to book classes. And we also have a team members feature. And if you have maybe a whole salon of hairstylists and only a small set of them can do the woman's haircut short, then you can make sure you tie them here. And I click save. And we also have a bunch of other settings to control the styles, so the colors and the font. We also have a way to send out notifications right from our plugin. We have blackout dates if you want to completely get rid of all the time slots on a holiday or on vacation. So I'm going to go back to the appointments. This is what an appointment looks like when booked through Gravity Forms. We have appointment details. As you can see, all the fields are ported over. And if you look closely, we have Gravity Form right here. So this appointment is directly linked to the entry in Gravity Forms. So if I click this one right here, if I open it in a new tab, you'll see my Gravity Forms entry, and we have the same exact information, and you can also link back to that appointment details page with SSA. And I'm going to show you a little sneak peek of what the form looks like itself. So as you can see, Gravity Forms has a lot more variety when it comes to fields and how you set up your form. So for example, they have the paging, as you saw in the demo before. It's the ability to have multiple pages. We have our fields here with conditional logic applied. So if you scroll down to the side, we have conditional logic, and what I'm pretty much saying is just show this field if choose your service, which is this field up here, is men's haircut. So I only want this field to appear and to be interactive if somebody chooses men's haircut, and that's how it's like all the way across. So I want this to only show if there's a woman, if the user selected woman's haircut. And like I said earlier, we had to embed each one of these calendars into the booking form. That way we could conditionally set it up. So each one of my appointment fields is tied to the above fields conditionally. I have choose your service is woman's haircut and woman's length is short hairstyle. So I'm saying I only want you to show me this appointment when certain options are selected up here. And that's done with each one of these. And then down here, I have my total field, my coupon field, payment fields, and I do want to show you really quickly the payment fields. So if we look off to the side, as you can see, this is actually a product field. So each one of these is a different price, and depending on which the customer chooses, I'm going to have a running total. So at the end, I can charge depending on the length of the appointment and just on the service itself. And so I think with that, I'm going to also show you how to make the most basic type of booking form. So just like the most simple way to put a booking form together with Gravity Forms and Simply Schedule Appointments. So this is a name field, an email field, and then we have the appointment field here. So this is something Simply Schedule Appointments can actually do on its own. We can collect name and email and have our own booking form like that. But I'm just trying to show you that these are just the core elements for Simply Schedule Appointments. This is all that we require from Gravity Forms to be able to manage your appointments correctly. So as long as you have a name field, an email field, and an appointment field embedded into your Gravity form, then that's all you need for us to start managing your appointments. And lastly, I think we're going to cover the notifications. So when it comes to notifications, you could either send them from Gravity Forms, which is down here, notifications, and you can also send it from Simply Schedule Appointments. And we actually recommend that you do so with Simply Schedule Appointments, just because we can grab a little bit more information about the booking itself. And we also provide a rescheduling link with our notifications only. So this is what's going to embed a unique rescheduling link. And I'll even show you a preview of it. So you can click the little eye on the corner and you can preview your email. And so this is what the customer would see. This is what Tammy would see in her confirmation email. She gets to see the day, the type of appointment she booked, and again, this is completely customizable. This is just the default of what we have written that comes along with each plugin install. So yeah, that's about it. That's what Simply Schedule Appointments and Gravity Forms look like when they work together. Please feel free to send us an email to our support email. We are always happy to answer any questions you have, or we're happy to also let you know if this would be a good fit. Thank you so much for watching.